I would love to see something like that. But yeah, I mean, I picked G2. We all did for this one.
We all did. We're in this together.
I'm real interested too. I look forward to seeing this Liquid team play. We're going to see them right now on the T side, and it starts with Patsy getting the opening shot, headshot to take down JKS, and they're going to hunt down Hooksy as well. So we are off to the races.
We really are. That sets the tone for the game. It's going to be a 5-man push in towards this A bomb side. 2 early frags here for Team Liquid, and G2 scrambling in towards the bomb side. We've got Monacy here, P2000 in hand. They need to find frags right here, right now. They have no kit currently, no utility Anders, and 2 players towards the temple. 3 in Donut towards Liquid as well. This is an impossible retake, surely.
Yeah, there should be absolutely no way to do this. Although they're getting a couple of really early fights. Monacy has picked up a couple of shots, and I think he's got a kit now in his back pocket. So 2 versus 3. Naf is going to be going down. They're just hunting them. This is looking so easy. This should be really, really difficult. Rainawaker now. He gets a kill on Nico, but they're already on that defuse. 1 more second, and that was never supposed to be that easy. That should have been such a hard retake. They just walked onto the site and shot everybody.
I am flabbergasted, Anders. Not often am I lost for words, but an early 5-on-3. Bomb planted, smokes down. You had all the time in the world to reposition. It all starts to fall apart here. That P2000, we called it. It starts to connect, and Monacy with 2 epic frags out of the temple. And you can see a 5-on-3 retake going in their favor. They barely dropped any damage after they entered the bomb side there. So, bomb planted. Force fire and response. Here comes Patsy leading the way towards middle. And we'll see if he can crack things open here. Galil's in hand. And they are dissuaded, pushed back by the utility here, taking a lot of damage on Rue. Patsy's down to 29.
Still a really impressive buy, right? With 3 Galils, you really can't underestimate it.
Absolutely.
Be careful if you're on the G2 side. You don't want to be giving it back too early.
This is nice control from Hooksy, though. You can see he's denied ledge at the start. The smoke's down. Yekindar now trying to garner access towards the K position here. Hooksy does need to be careful.
Oof. Looked like he almost got stuck on that corner, but I think he's back in a reasonable position now. Doesn't really have any real backup here in the Molotov. It's actually a great little trick to try and get him out of there, but not going to be enough. Yekindar will still go down.
He's done well, though. The fact he even gets 1 after being Molotov'd out, you take that all day long. You might not anticipate a second player here. Monacy will take down Naf. And now it's the man advantage once again for G2. They smoked off the top of the ramp, and look at this nice control they've got towards the A side of the map as well, locking in the information that they're going to be committing towards B. Monacy doesn't have to fully commit to these fights. He's got backup from Nico as well. They know the pincer maneuver has been initiated.
Love to see them going for that aggressive A push early on in this game, because it's going to put a lot of doubt in Liquid's mind. They have to worry about that flank all the time. So yeah, try and do it early. 2nd round already. Bomb looks like it is going to be planted, though. You don't want to be risking too much of a wall bang here, and they're going to be able to retake the bomb side, no problem. OC is completely triangulated in. He was going to get shot in the back no matter where he turned. So still, that's a pretty good round, right? You get 3 kills and you get the bomb plant. It's a temptation, you think, for Liquid to try and force into the next round?
If they got 1 more kill, potentially, they've got about $3,000. So I would say definitely a half buy for sure. Whether they fully commit is yet to be seen. It could be more of the same. They could get a couple of 8Ks, some Galils, and pretty decent utility. Time will tell. I would say it's more likely for the half buy here, but well done to G2 there. Like, great maneuvers, good reactions, especially when they got the information there was 2 players towards the K position. They pushed 2 in towards A main. Nice reaction there, because even if they do find a player in towards T spawn, they'll likely trade him out and continue to lock them in. And indeed, yeah, it will be the half buy.
Yeah. Okay, I can respect it. Rushing right into the middle. Classic flashbangs going over. Patsy, he'd love to find somebody, but one of them already dived into the smoke towards Donut, so they can't really be found there. And JKS is going to come help out. As Monacy was in the middle to begin with, but you can beat the timing on the T side now with a spawn position, so you want to be real careful. Looks like it's going to be a victory for Monacy in the middle.
Yeah, but there's 4 players towards A main here. They've boosted up, and there is a chance that they hit a 1D here. They can get this bomb planted. A little bit awkward in terms of the timing here, but G2 are finding cracks, trading for now, maintaining the advantage, but not for long. 2-on-2. Recovering the rifle. Now Fly will try and get the bomb planted. We've got Nico encroaching his position. Commits the first frag now. Doesn't have to force the issue here. His teammates rotating in. He'll just drop the smoke, allowing him to get closer towards the bomb.
Well, it's just OC right now. 1 deagle. He pretty much has to hit 2 very, very clean headshots at the moment. They got kits on either player, so they can spend a little bit of time like they are now, just trying to figure out exactly where he is behind that box. And he doesn't have any coverage from the actual backline there, so he's going to get shut down instead. But that's another very expensive round. That it didn't have to be. They got all of the opening kills on the G2 side, and still it turned into a 1 versus 2 at the end.
Well, They'll just be happy to be winning these rounds at this stage. 3-0 up. This is Team Liquid's pick, if you can believe it, considering what we saw from NiKo in his last showing on this particular map. A clean streak so far. 3-0. You can see it's business as usual for Hunter. Not too hyped yet. It's focusing on the job at hand. And the first real gun round here, all for OC. And 5 M4s across the board here for G2. Patsy with a decent mid-spawn. Looks like he'll just be throwing an initial grenade. And Molotov towards middle. 3 players outside B here for Liquid. Boosting the one up to look towards the backtracks.
In the middle to try and open it up. It's a really important return for Hunter. Gives them a little bit more mid-control. You lose that mid-control on the CT side. Definitely does change how you can defend really either bomb side. Crucial part of the map there. Hooksy getting spammed a little bit down, but still a 4-on-4. Looks like they're going to jump straight onto the bomb side.
Yeah, a contact play here. Going to see if they can push up, get positional control. We've got Yekindar. He's committed here. Very passive hold from NiKo. Going to be flashed in potentially. Just goes for the clean swing. Finds Naf, but does he know that Yekindar's already made it through the backtrack? Apparently not. Not the cleanest kill, but Yekindar brings him into a 3-on-3.
Yeah, I think you're right. In NiKo's mind, he's killing the first player that's on the bomb site. And in fact, Yekindar already snuck past. So that's pretty sick. 3 versus 3. JKS has already pushed through T-spawn, and I think they just checked it. I think they just checked to see if anyone was there, but Rainwaker, he's not going to see anyone there. JKS still goes down, so heads-up play from OC, realizing that maybe someone could have snuck past, so important check right there. Well, OC and Hunter, what could they even do?
I don't think there's much. Hunter will be found from the ledge position. Rainwaker will drop him, and now Hooksy. Can he even survive this one? I'm not so sure. They seem to be aware of the possibility of him towards Cave. Another nice shot there from Rainwaker, and it'll be the first round on the board for Team Liquid. Quite a convincing one as well. Those big contact plays can be lethal, especially when you know there's Cave presence. They're committed in towards that position. Hooksy deep with the smoke. And once they walk up, NiKo was alone, playing like a bit of a retake, just playing for information. He gets one, but didn't have the intel. As Yekindar slipped in there, managed to take him down. It's a very difficult round at that stage once they have that sort of control of B. So we are going to have the force by Anders. G2 after finding 3 in a row, you noticed it. Those rounds were expensive.
They really were.
Let them here through 2 M4s, 3 pistols. It's okay, but it's the lack of utility is the real problem. No kits. Monacy even with no armor. As he had to drop one of those M4s over the Hunter and NiKo. And we've seen the bomb towards A for now. You can see they're very aware of the possibility of Hooksy being in that smoke. Now Fly will spray him down, no problem, but a fly in the ointment here. NiKo has snuck through. That's a great play.
Been a lot of those mind games coming in from G2, reoccupying a position that was previously cleared by Liquid. It happened earlier. You mentioned it with the Molotov where Monacy sort of walked in to take over a position that was already Molotoved out. And NiKo doing the same thing here. And it's very tricky, right? Because your brain almost betrays you. You think, well, we just cleared this position. It should be fine. Patsy
didn't even land a bullet.
Kill.
Yeah, he didn't even do any damage. He fired off like 15 bullets.
I don't even get it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit of a reset. Would have said it didn't happen. It's all good. No one got hurt.
Yeah.
Play on.
Still got 50 seconds as well, so should be able to reset it. Look at the double A position. It's a bit rare to see it these days on this particular map. Usually it's just a single person, and even that person could be all the way back in CT spawn sometimes.
Well, they're rotating more people over towards A as well, so I think now that these execution grenades are going in towards B, they might just give it up. Team Liquid have made the right call here. They've still got 2 M4s for G2. I would say you're pretty much guaranteed to save these now. Could look for some exits with the 5-7 Deagle, I suppose. But there it is, Team Liquid just needing 1 kill here on towards Hooksy, courtesy of Naf. That was a spam through the smoke. Lovely shot, though. Monacy making sure he keeps him in check, but Patty will find him.
That's a little bit too bold, but the shot was good. But he obviously just wanted the AK. Not going to happen here. So a second round for Liquid. A good call. And you're probably right. I think G2 probably accepted the fact that, you know, either they were going to be able to defend the A bomb site and keep the rifles, or just give up B and just keep all the rifles, as many as they can.
Well, they'll still have these. In terms of loss bonus, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be at just the second stage for GT going forward. So that's 1,900 per player. So they'll save a couple of M4s here, but can't really justify much else. Maybe drop a couple of P250s at the top end. Maybe a flash or two and try and set up some sort of novel play. Hits the spam. You can see, could maybe get some vision through the HE and the smoke there.
Yeah.
Didn't have to work too hard for that last.
Sometimes those shaders will betray you.
It's weird,
in
isn't
weird
it?
ways.
Like, there's no real science to it, but every now and then you'll just get a silhouette through a smoke when a grenade lands in there.
I think especially sometimes with the debris from an HE, like you can time it so that you can kind of have the game work out in your favor. But you're right, the science on it is pretty questionable. Not something you can necessarily rely on.
Oh, great awareness there from Patsy.
Really
Just
nice.
anticipating the potential boost there, not going for the boosted player, shooting the one underneath, so the fact that this player can't do anything at that stage as he's dropping down. So lovely opening kill. And another B play coming through. Very basic execution, but Liquid are making it work. It's Nafly. Another smoke spam goes in his favor. Yekindar taking over that cave. And that's going to be a 5-on-2 confirmed. Yes, just saved weaponry here. Technically an eco, I suppose, but Team Liquid making very light work of it, Anders.
This is an explosive start. I think this is a good reminder. Sometimes losing the pistol, yeah, it's nice to win it, but even if you lose it, you can bounce back so quickly, and that's pretty much what they've done. And they're going to start the game. They're going to have the money on their side, and G2 suddenly look like they're very much on the back foot.
Let's get into the psychology then. I know that's your specialist area, Anders.
Do love a bit of psychology.
So G2, everyone's going to be talking about it. I got to interview almost every player before the tournament started, right? G2, the big headline was they've stuck with the original roster. They're one of the few that haven't made any changes, right? Now that sounds like a great thing, but at the same time, you think all the pressure's on them going into these games. From a psychological point of view, they're expected to win. They're going up against Team Liquid. They don't have any information on the setups. They don't know where these new players will be positioned. Is there going to be a different play style? I think there's a lot going against G2 here. It's one of those awkward games where, yeah, sure, we're the favorites, but this could fall apart. Things could go wrong here.
And I just didn't notoriously not, I think, psychologically a super strong team. Like, you see it early on. Obviously, Nico has a long history of looking frustrated, but even in the interviews, like, they started showing up saying, oh yeah, like we feel pretty good and it should be okay. But I'm not. That's not very convincing. It's like I'm not thinking like, oh, sick. This seems like a a really refreshed team coming off the player break. It's how it's always been. So I guess it's no different really. But I just wish that you could see a little bit more because. Again, you look at the names on the board here. This should be such an insane team, right? They should be able to roll over almost anyone in the world. And
they've shown they can do that. The end of 2022, start of 2023, Katowice under their belt, like they can do it. Yeah. But after the timeout here, a change of pace, Anders. Team Liquid turning up the heat as they go for the A rush. A nice trade to kick things off, actually. JKS only good for one as OT battles through the flames here. CT's out of position. It's getting very awkward for them, but it's going to be Hunter, Nico trying to get through the flames, and Yekindar. Double kill. OC confirms the round. And just poor old Hooksy here. And that's a great call. So they've just taken a tactical timeout. You've got 3 rounds in a row. They'll be adjusting to your ever-present B plays, your pincer maneuvers towards the cave, and now you're just going for a straight-up A rush after that tactical timeout, Anders. It's simple, it's aggressive, but it's very effective.
It really was. And that's in spite of the fact that G2 actually did have a double setup towards Donut, which, again, if you keep a count on it at home watching, you're going to see a lot of the times there'll just be one player at the A bomb side early on. The rest will be pretty much doubling up on middle to try and secure that position. So in spite of the fact that they had, more than you would normally have, it's still just not enough.
So they're just running that 4-1 setup. We can see Patsy there was towards the B lane, just making sure he patrols the rotations. No one come towards Donut. He's holding ledge, looking for those B pushes. And this is where Team Liquid are in full control now, Anders. After losing the pistol, 3-0 down, 4 clean rounds in a row. It's going to be a partial buy here for G2 to get maximum loss bonus next round. The only silver lining I can provide so far is this is starting to spiral a little bit. Just as the context of everything we talked about coming into this one, Team Liquid certainly going to have the wind in their sails. G2 know this is a game not a must-win necessarily, but they're certainly expected to do so.
I think so. I think it would feel weird to them if they end up losing to Liquid in the current state. Just a brand new team. Good couple of kills here, actually. Hunter's going to go down to the M4. It won't be able to continue the battle. Yekindar trying to catch the rotations. Wow. They're doing a great job. He even was reading the fact that there was a third player there. Hooksy that will run him down with the C-set 75. We get it 1 versus 2. Naf a little bit low on health, but crouching in to look for the shot, and this is a good move right now. If he would have got caught, it could have been an awkward 1 versus 1, but at this rate, he's almost secured the round for his team.
Almost. Time will tell. What Hooksy got up his sleeve? We'll never know, but now Fly will find him. And that's going to be 5 in a row now for Team Liquid. The European squad, Anders.
The European.
Marching forward
really
here.
Hammering that home.
Just one more time.
Said that they, betrayed NA, but it's worth noticing, we had a couple of NA talent on the prediction board there that also betrayed NA.
I expect it from Launders and Scrawny, though,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah, that's just the kind of guys they are.
They are Canadian. It is NA light. It's not really. They're not really there.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So okay, well,
I don't think anyone's got a problem with that statement.
Okay, I can respect it. We'll give him a pass on this one then.
Monacy will be tested here. All but the backtracks connect the first shot. Yekindar trying to help himself to some early spacing. It is a B push. Everyone's committed here. 2 players found for G2. Make it 3. This is looking much better after giving up 5 rounds in a row. This one surely is locked in. It's just Nafly and OC remaining here. So it was a full B assault here. All 5 members of Team Liquid just trying to keep that momentum going.
All 5 members of G2 were pretty much at the bomb site to begin with. And I mean, it's another reason why people usually play so light on the A-bomb side is you really need to be able to get there pretty quickly.
Well, this one can be a bit of a mind game on Ancient, right? Because the main point of contention usually is towards middle, and it's all about the utility, and it's constantly evolving in terms of how teams are throwing it, what sort of ideas. You're throwing the Molotov first, the smoke, saving the HEs for later, pushing up towards ledge. As soon as you condition those fights and you've got them reacting to it, going for those B rushes or these A rushes like we've seen, just when you've got them conditioned in this area, these are very viable. Like, B rushes on Ancient are super difficult to manage. So having the AWP over there, extra players as well, you could see they were set up ready for it, especially that AWP towards the backtrack. So the surprise attack from Liquid doesn't work out for them, but they've got plenty of money as we enter round number 10. It's 5-4 in favor of Liquid after being down 3-0. Good recovery here.
It's going to feel pretty good for G2 because for a minute it looked like Yekindar was kind of in their minds a little bit too, and he was making a bunch of back-to-back really good calls, and if you don't slow that down just as a battle between the 2 in-game leaders, it's also going to feel really bad if you're just getting out-called tactically all the time. You're like, oh, they always show up at the right spot no matter what we're doing here. So, nice probably for G2 to get it back a little bit. 9 kills on Monacy, so he is leading the charge at the moment, top of the server, and he's picked up the AWP, so something to look forward to. Obviously, one of the most exciting AWPers that we have in the space right now, no question about it.
B push coming in, Anders.
Thinking about it, surely going to be a flash to set it up. No, just a straight peek into Naf. And
that was filthy. Nasty, perhaps, from Naf. As he finds 2 very clean headshots there with the AK-47. Another 5-on-3 in favor of Team Liquid. Still a lot of work to do here. Monacy, as you mentioned, super sharp with the AWP. He's alive and well on the B bomb side. Rattles out another shot and does connect towards Rainwaker.
Yeah, but for him to stick around, that probably had to be a kill, right? Exactly. Now he's reduced to just trying to get some shots to the smoke, maybe, but the bomb is going to be planted, and I would even say at this point, maybe just try and see if you can save this AWP, because he is going to get hunted down. This is where he could do a lot of work, but they're walking up behind him. You can see Yekindar is able to catch him. Good little shot there right before Hunter showed up, so, oh my god, he's connecting with that AK. It's impressive work.
Yeah, very impressive round there from 2 of the bigger names in Team Liquid. Nafly kicking things off with a juicy double headshot sequence towards that B round. Yekindar finishing things off as well. It was Monacy. The thing is that he missed the first bullet on the shot on Monacy. That's the kind of shot he hits, the 90-degree complete bullshit flicks behind him. So I was worried for Yekindar for a second there, but he makes up for it on the second kill towards CT. Very clean round. And you were right, like the fact they were pushing the B ramp, I appreciate it's more telegraphed at the flash, but not necessarily blind them, but it averts their gaze for a second. They have to turn their gaze for a second. They have to turn their crosshair.
Right.
Naf wouldn't have been as comfortable, but it is a pretty common maneuver. But literally someone was at the top of the ramp while these 2 were pushing just to flash, just to move the crosshair. That would have been enough, I think.
I think you see Rainwaker is behind, even in that little clip, Rainwaker is behind Naf. So if they throw the flashbang, Rainwaker is actually there to peek to save Naf.
The anti-flash position.
There's a great 1-2 punch they had set up anyway.
Wasn't even required then.
Wasn't even required. But yeah, I mean, I still think it's worth throwing it because you see the result if you don't. I mean, it's pretty devastating. This is one of the things that I look forward to, though. I'm a lifelong fan of Naf. I think he's one of the best players in NA still. I think he's super underestimated. And I expect that this change-up on Liquid, no matter what, will set Naf free a little bit more. I think that's something to look forward to.
Hooksy just got spammed from the double doors down to 6 points of health. That is rough. And he'll have to fall back. He'll call for Nika to back him up in the cave here. They might want to go for a more of a gimmick play here, get a boost going. Just to kind of help them get an advantage, perhaps. We'll see what the reaction is going to be. It's looking like more of a passive hold now. Given Hooksy the AWP, for obvious reasons, he'll be looking towards the ramp for now. And they're going to rotate Nika back towards middle. Bomb currently in T-spawn as Patty and Rainwaker try and garner some mid-control here. And so far, so good. Smoke off towards Red Room. NiKo waits patiently.
Yeah, he's listening in. He's got JKS towards Donut, so they could put together a bit of a defense, but you could see the heavy lean now on the Liquid side of things towards the A side of the map. But that kill in the middle, just you're right, it opens up everything. And if they lose your Kinder as well, they lose all of the pressure from the middle, and this A attack is going to be not that great.
It's up to Hunter then. He'll be defending against 3 players with the contact play towards main entrance. He gets a good dink off, but that's not going to be enough. 3 players mow him down. JKS, NiKo bring it back to an advantage in favor of G2 here. JKS waiting patiently towards the donut position. And that's a great crossfire. G2 back on their feet here. That's a very clean round. After Hooksy gets spammed down to 6 points of health at the start, a good adjustment, peeling players away, focusing towards A there. And even with Hunter going down with nothing, the retake very effective. Good coordination and those crossfires especially. Love this from NiKo. The fact that he knew that smoke was just about to fade. He had, what, a half a second gap to find a kill, and he absolutely nails it.
And a much more readable round, I think, from G2's point of view. You find those people in the middle. You can actually see that they're already leaning towards the donut. They're on that side of the middle. You probably can guess what the rest of it is going to be. Oh my god, Patsy flashed into the middle, but himself got flashed by Monacy and taken down by JKS, so they need something quick in return. Rainwaker's going to fall after getting the kill on JKS. It's still a 3 versus 4. If they want a bomb plant, they have to do it right now. Every second that passes, that bomb plant is probably going to be more difficult.
You can get it in that corner where the smoke is. That's probably the best possible option for them here, and that's exactly what they'll go for. Just as the smoke is fading as well, Hunter knows he can cause serious damage here. The bomb does go down, but so does Hunter. They've got the man advantage, but they're dropping like flies. Napfly lines them up, and we're left in a 1 versus 1. OC, he's got the advantage here up against NiKo. Both of them on AWPs.
They knew where he was because Yakinda saw him earlier before he died. OC should be winning this fight, but NiKo, not the regular AWP, but he will pick up the kill. That's a huge clutch right there, and that's going to tie up the scoreline. What a close round, especially given the fact that G2 actually did get both the 2 opening kills.
A real chaotic one there. I'm loving these early calls from Spawn, from Team Liquid, going for the A split. They're sending Patsy out towards middle with the utility behind him, smoking Red Room, few flashes over. And sure, he doesn't get a kill here, but you can see he's taking a lot of time away from this A bomb site. They're going to have to stay there and confirm it's clear. All the meanwhile, we've got Naf pushing his way through A main, finding those double kills. It comes down to a 1 versus 1. And NiKo delivering the goods there, as you mentioned. Not the AWP of the squad, but he certainly makes it work in that scenario. Perfectly positioned as we tie things up 6-6. This game is just starting to heat up here. Team Liquid will have a buy available by virtue of the bomb. The plan was very important there as they are entering round number 13 with a couple of Galils. And in terms of the initial setup, looks like they're going to be exploring the options towards middle once again, waiting for that initial utility. So JKS has helped himself towards A main, so they need to be very aware of that possibility.
Good timing on that. Wide swing from Hooksy. Not even a flashbang thrown, just a smoke on the other side to provide a bit of a wall. He's going to go down to OC, unfortunately. But JKS back pushing this position, and they're kind of aware that it could be happening. It happened earlier, and they're going to double team him. He did almost take down OC. He's down to 12 health behind that fight. But they're going to live through it. 4 versus 3. Only barely. Alone on the bomb site, just a single player in NiKo trying to hold on to it.
What a player it is, Anders.
Yeah, if you wanted someone to really anchor a bomb site, I mean, this is the man.
He is one of the men available for the job.
Rainwaker going to be clearing out this part of the map. Walking towards the B bomb site, and they're going to be smoking it off. NiKo trying to jump for information, listening in, and surely going to be coordinating this with Monacy, who's on a potential... Oh, he's going to get caught. OC, low on health maybe, but instant headshot to take him down, so any dream of going for that kind of a flank is dead.
So, a little bit of hope left here for NiKo as the smoke fades away, but Yakinda will beat him to the punch. 4-on-1 now as Liquid will find the lead once more. Hunter, $100 in the bank, M4 in hand here. Looking for exits by the looks of things, and loss bonus almost non-existent. $1,900 per player going to that next round. So, might want to save the M4 because Hooksy's fully invested at $400 as well. See if he can get away with it, but he can, as we all know, the bomb radius here in Ancient is ridiculous, Anders. You can get blown up at the other side of the map, but everyone will survive. Sorry, what?
You
guys?
Everyone won't survive, Henry, unfortunately.
Guys, what? He just knifed his own team in Spawn after the bomb went off.
It is classic banter, isn't it, though?
And now they've got to buy a Galil. Oh, laughs around, I guess. Why not? It's worth it. I guess in a way it's worth it.
Incredible comedic timing with your statement that that everyone's going to survive. You've got to give it to them, you know?
I have never seen that before, I'll be honest with you. He just did it straight up. Oh.
He was looking the other way. I think he was looking off to the side of his monitor. Just accidentally clicked it. Oh. Well.
So, barely a partial buy here, Anders. Saved M4. Upgraded pistols. Some basic utility. We've seen a lot of teams go for some interesting boosts when they have a solo M4 on the CT side. Speaking of boost, OC will present one of his own, looking towards the backtracks of the B-bomb site here. Looks good for that first frag. Nico certainly thinks so, and that's an early advantage here for Liquid.
Yeah, nice attempt, but didn't really work out. Puts OC at 69. Nice.
Nice.
The 4-on-5, 2 and Sue.
How many funny numbers are there? It's 2, right? As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, we're kind of, so we do need more of those.
I think we should work on it. Maybe we can come up with
been around for a while.
2 funny numbers.
Oh,
wait, there's 2 headshots. Nothing funny about that. As we'll see, Monacy's little episode there shut down. That was actually quite impressive with the Desert Eagle. Didn't see that one coming. 3 players survived. Those are going to round number 15. Team Liquid on the T side here of Ancient will take the lead 8-6. But bear in mind, it's their pick. We don't really know much about Liquid here. It's Yakandar as the in-game leader at this point. Bringing in Patsy and Rainwaker as well. No longer a North American team. If you are just joining us, remnants of the previous roster will be NAF and OC. Currently sat on about 10 frags each right now. Yeah. And a pretty good showing overall.
Imagine if you woke up from a coma during the play break.
Yeah, right.
What is going on? Like, what's happened here? Like, is this team Liquid?
B-Rush.
He actually gets a shot that's point-line range with the AWP. Hunter's going to be going down, but Monacy still doing excellent work from the back line now. And JKS, the timing on that swing, it could not have been any better. A triple to close it out. 7-8 as they cut the first half right down the middle. And we'll see who's going to run away with it in the second half coming.
Going down right now, G2 taking on Liquid. The first half has transpired. It's 8-7 in favor of Liquid on their map pick, Ancient. Anders, have you enjoyed yourself so far?
I really have, more than I was expecting, really. I was you know, could see it happening that it was going to be a lot more chaos and maybe a lot more confusion, maybe especially on the Liquid side, but they honestly look really, really fresh. They managed to get 8 rounds on their T side of Ancient. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I'm enjoying Yakandar's calling style so far. It's simple, it's aggressive, it's loose, and it's getting the job done. We are going to see them switch over to the CT side, though, as G2 start posturing outside the A-bomb site here. They've got some nice utility to work with. Smoke going down towards Spawn, multiple flashes as well. Hooksy setting up the wall of smokes. And Patty getting information, pushing out towards B. He finds Hunter, and that's the cue to go. Full commitment now in towards the A site.
Yeah, they've been completely red. That's such a dead giveaway for what's happening next. They know that that's the one anchoring outside of B, and everyone else is going A. OC will find another headshot, and they're really being shut down. Rainwaker through the smoke as well on Hooksy, and Nico is on his own. And out of bullets, out of teammates, and out of HP as well. He's going to go down. Liquid will pick up the first pistol in the second half.
Yeah, nice active work there from Team Liquid. You pointed it out, pushing out towards B with 2 players. So if you do find that one residing in towards Pocket, there'll be a trade at least. But if you get a clean kill like this, Patsy, he's got the close range weaponry in the form of those Julies as well. So that's a excellent scouting mission completed. He gets the kill, and as you mentioned, confirms that everyone's going in towards A. G2 with no plants will have to go full eco.
Feels like there's some positions like that where if you find a single T, you have so much of the map just revealed.
He's so passive, I suggest. He knows he's got no cover. He has to sit in this pocket just to make sure he's not taken down in the back. So he's covering a little bit too many positions. But as I mentioned, full eco here, Anders, and Patsy opening things up. Oh, they're all rushing towards the kills now. They can smell the eco frags available to them as the last 2 players remain towards the elbow. But not for long. You can barely finish a sentence around here before the round is over.
Going a little bit against the grain of the traditional wisdom of playing slow in these rounds to force the CTs to use grenades. They just went for it.
Yeah, how am I going to ask you about your dreams unless they take it slowly in the eco rounds?
I know. We have to pray for a tech timeout at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get there.
Don't worry, it's coming. That segment is on the way.
13 kills on NAF. What's your say something good about NAF for me. I really
think he is one of the nastiest players we have in CSGO right now in the best way possible.
True, yes. feel like he is such a reliable role player that he never really got to shine in the last version of Liquid, so I want to see him do it now. That's what I'm hoping for. Patsy trying to get a couple of shots through Naf. Speaking of which, he's just pushed into the corner with that AK and taken down by Nico. Good shot from JKS as well. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 with the bomb going down. They are a little bit low on health with JKS and Hunter tagged up, but we'll see if they can win the after plant. Doesn't really look like it. Nico and Hunter, speaking of which, both going down. JKS is up next, and it's just on Modesty. 1 versus 3. And he almost could have lined it up. It looked like Rainwaker and OC were going to be lined up for a double kill, but it never really transpired.
Certainly not. And we're seeing how viable these B rushes here. I guess B set pieces would be fairer to say at this point, because very difficult to hold them off. If you have focus towards middle, if you are feeling you're vulnerable down the CT side, you could have 3 towards middle or 2, leaving you going down early towards B, but this retake was nothing short of stellar, Anders. OC, Patsy working in tandem. Patsy just staying alive as long as he possibly could, and they'll keep the clean run here on the CT side at 3-0. Fending off the B rush, and for now, it has to be the partial buy. G2 will operate with just Tech9s and Deagles here. They're 11-7 down. Hunter, 5 kills. Hooksy, 5 frags. See, not all online yet. It's the first map. It's been about 5 weeks since their last official. A little bit rusty to kick things off potentially, but Liquid, they're looking red hot.
They absolutely are. And you can, even from that new leadership position, it's got 14 kills. It's doing really well. OC is firing on all cylinders, which a lot of people are going to be excited about. Speaking of which, he's got that AWP way out in the open. Going to get flashed off the corner. Smoke behind him. Oh, they're going to be running him. He's so dead. In fact, Hooksy just even gave up on. He's like, already dinked him. You take care of the rest. It's Rainwaker to show up and try and slow this down. Even pulling out the USP. He's going to continue the battle. Relentlessly taking them down. 3 kills on him. Absolutely stellar performance from Rainwaker.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I'm loving the active play from Patsy as well. Just when it looks like they're in a really compromised, awful position, they're lacking any sort of map control, his reactions, his pushes, he knows he has to find space elsewhere on the map, wins his duel, and gets a boatload of information at the same time. He does just that as his teammate goes down. Patsy then rotating him, backing up Rainwaker, who also, I don't know how he stays alive so long. You see JKS trying to desperately Molotov him out while blind. Flashbangs were absolutely brutal there on the retake. Liquid continue this perfect run on the CT side of Ancient, picking at the pace. Hunter wants to get stuck in, but Patsy's got his number once again. Waiting on the other side of the smoke. There's no potential of a trade. Molotov's down, and we'll see Nico patiently waiting to get in towards the cave here. We'll pull one back, but OC, AWP maintains the advantage, but he can't get out. Yekindar will be dropped.
Oh, there's a gap in that smoke, isn't there? Monacy would love a mistake on the other side. Naf is there. Molotov in the middle to push out Rainwaker. Unfortunately for him, going to be going down to JKS.
Damn.
Less than ideal Molotov.
Yeah, it happens. Peaks just as he was about to throw. And now we do have an advantage, at least for G2. Yet to post around here on their T side. Bomb's only gone down once. Hooksy going towards red here. This is a key duel. Difficult player to go up against as well. Nafly finds the duel. Gets the kill, and it will be commitment towards A. They have got 45 seconds. They don't have to finish here, but they're making a bit of noise, suggesting they're trying to let themselves be known. They've got 1 smoke, 2 flashes, and JKS, he's going out with the bomb here. Do they want to boost or just allow Monacy to pick?
It's real tricky. If they boost before the bomb plant, then someone's planting very much alone. So they probably feel like they have to escort each other onto the site itself. But how do you do this? A little bit of a smoke there, but it goes way too deep.
It's no good, is it?
OC's right in front of it. Now a Molotov on top, only 18 seconds. Yeah, that seems like a really good choice at the moment. But I guess he doesn't really know what we know, that there's nobody in CT spawn. So he's going to get the bomb plant down and instantly dropped by Naf, who came in the same way that they did. It's probably the last place you're going to be checking. Oh, wow.
Becoming the villain, apparently. Naf.
He is. Look at the kill distribution on the Liquid side. I think bottom fragging is like 13 kills, top is 15. Like, they're all in that very tight space.
Nafly, OC, and Patsy will have 15 frags.
Ridiculous.
As I mentioned, this 3-on-3, that was the key duel there. Nafly, active again. They've been such a nuisance. When they're on the back foot, they know they have to be looking for frags. They can't just rest in their laurels. They have to be moving around the map, hunting for the 1v1 trap pot. They're not like... They've said they've been working on a lot of new things. They want to develop that into the lands, obviously. But it's difficult, you know, like when the new approach doesn't work out. You find yourself like questioning whether this was the right idea. I'm not sure, but they can still pull this back. It's okay right now. Like, they lose this round, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you're not wrong. 13, it's a 6-round gap. Yeah, if they lose this one, they're out of money as well.
Like, it's bad, don't get me wrong, but I still think G2 can work with this.
He's set up in front of the Molotov now. They definitely spotted him, and good pre-fire from Hooksy. Takes him right down. I don't know if there was ever going to be a way that he could have got out of that one alive. OC just peeked up at the angle. They don't know that the orb is here yet, so someone could have walked into it, but they're calling a little bit of a freeze on the G2 side. Saying, let's just see if there's going to be a reaction. And there is a reaction.
A massive reaction. They've sent everyone over towards the A side of the map. It's going to leave one player in CT spawn. Rainwaker, in the interim, will be found out by Hooksy, who gets his second frag of the round. First was found towards Cave. Made his way down from ledge. And now has found them a 5-on-3. Now, this has to be a round victory for G2. Call it done. If they've somehow give this one up, they've got the perfect call here as well, Anders. They've gone towards B. Yeah. After an A face, a double smoke in. CT spawn, donut. There's already an A stack from Team Liquid on this side of the map. There is almost zero chance they can give this round up. So
they would have to try. They would have to really give it
actively be trying to give it up.
Maybe if Naf starts shooting off knifing his teammates. Or...
Yeah, that's a good point. That is an unusual approach, but it's already been deployed once this game. But there it is. GT will find their first round. Nice work from Hooksy. He finds the only 2 kills required.
There we go. Yeah, and I think it also helps that Nico was holding the cave for such a long time that, you know, he's not hearing anything. There's no reason for him to think that there's some elaborate setup happening at the B bomb site. So he's probably feeling pretty good about the whole thing. There we go. G2 on the board for the second half.
Yeah, 13-8. 5 players surviving as well. You take that all day long. Nice little flashbang and molly combo towards the cave from Hooksy. Nailed that first shot and found Rainwaker towards the donut as well.
I was going to say, maybe what G2 really needed to do was to call Cadian and find out where that nature is. You know, get out there.
Cadian, the nature boy.
You see him in the forest sometimes in Denmark. If you're out for a run, walking the dog, like he'll just be off in the bushes.
He's in the bushes, yeah. Just lurking. So this is the opening kill. Really nice work from Hooksy. Shout out to him, and we'll see if they can keep it going. I would say they need a couple strung together here if possible. It's going to be the AWP for OC, of course. Money pretty decent after saving a few rifles there. Round 22. G2 sending all 5 players towards the A side of the map. Looks like a fast split again, potentially. That stifling utility there from the CT side will deny entry. That's all 5 now in towards A main. Monacy deploying the early utility. The wall of smokes potentially here. You can smoke Temple, Spawn, and Donut from this position.
Yeah, but look at the sacrifice it is on the A-bomb side to have all that mid control, and it's a really good read from Hooksy right now. He's feeling all the pressure from middle, probably counting the grenades in there, and they go straight for the A-bomb side. Rainwaker looking to get the early kill on Hunter, so that's a bit unfortunate. The bomb is definitely going to be planted in the back line somewhere, but it's a... Oh, it's not! Yakinda comes exploding through the smoke, set up by the flash on Nafly. Huge double kill, denying the bomb plant. That is a shock to G2.
That is a massive play from Yekindar. He knew exactly what he had to do there. Leaps in with conviction. Double spray down. Denies the plant, but we're not done just yet. A minute on the clock. Nico finds 2 kills. Recovers an AWP, and he's in a 2 versus 1 now. This was looking decent for G2. Winning the previous round. Clean sweep. Another A execution, but completely shut down. Nafly will confirm it. 14-8. Bit of a reset here. Thankfully, G2 did survive with so many players before, but that Yekindar retake with the flashbang as well was absolutely pitch perfect, Anders.
Yeah, it starts here. It goes a little bit off the rails on that first kill, but this is sick. Right through. They had no idea that was going to happen. And it's such a good call out of G2 as well. I think they read everything that's happening in the middle because you're counting the smokes and the HEs and the nades in there, right? Like, you know what's going to be happening and how many people are there.
Yeah.
They decide to go A, and there's absolutely no one there, but they get shot through the smoke, and then they get flashed out of there.
It was an open bomb side until it wasn't. Monacy, though, answers back. Lovely shot there towards the donut. Rainwaker found out, and he'll focus his efforts now towards the cave. Player waiting. It's going to be Yekindar. Good for 1, but Monacy will find a double. And they're going to try that luck towards A once again. Patty, though, surely heard. As Hooksy confirms the round potentially. I said that with bated breath. It is a 4-on-2, but Naf and OC on the other side of the map. Corner plant coming through. Like, oh, that's pretty deep, can't you?
Potentially a pretty sick play from Patsy if they weren't aggressing upon him, but if they actually stayed back, because he can run into a position that feels very clear on the side of G2, but it didn't really work out that way, so it's all for nothing.
Yeah, Patsy has been great finding a couple of key frags when they find themselves with a disadvantage, but not to be this time. Had to run the gauntlet through the flames there towards the platform, and the sound cue was a bit too much for him. Hooksy found him out, got another key frag.
You can understand as well why it feels like a really good idea going to the A-bomb side once you kill a player in Donut, because we've already seen how a lot of the times there'll be nobody on A, maybe one player on A.
Sure.
You take down the Donut player, you can be absolutely sure that at most it will be one.
Well, T side of Ancient is all about conditioning, right? Like, once you've had all these fights towards B, once you got 3 players like dropping all that insane utility on the CT side towards the middle area, that's when you can start exploiting those B rushes. That's when you can start actually... And
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they did have a better start at the start of it, but this is a great setup. Playing on top of the smoke. I wish JKS had another 10 seconds. Would have been fun to try and see him do it.
That's when he got that second kill. I was really up for. I'm usually pretty good at watching the clock there, but I was lost in the sauce with him, and it will be map point. G2, of course, have to buy him. It's actually not too bad. You've got the AKs out. AWP from Odyssey. A lack of utility for sure, but frags are starting to come through, mainly in favor of Team Liquid, I'm afraid. And Odyssey will miss out on the timing as a player falls back from the B ramp. Is this where it all comes crashing down after a 5-week break? G2 looks likely they'll lose this first map here, but 4-3 for now. Good damage from Patsy, and he converts.
Everyone individually, when they were on the T side, they were making great calls, but individually on the TT side, they all look so dynamic. They're all ready to take fights.
True.
You could see, you know, Patsy and Yakinder and Rainwaker, they're all working really well off each other. They're doing a really fine job at just dynamically playing against each other. It's absolutely sick. Modesty's got 20 kills, looking for his 21st victim, but Yakinder's not going to be that. Just crouches right under, gets the kill on Modesty, and now again it's JKS. He's got more time. But I don't know how you bring this back. The bomb is all the way in T-spawn. I think actually looks like Rainwaker is about to discover that bomb if he keeps going the way that he is, and then they're going to know everything.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Team Liquid on their debut as a European roster.